I talk to the wall by and by. Who am I? I am the guru of the seas. That's who is I.
Now there's no picture. Goodness gracious. Is there a picture on that camera? Well, then why are we not on here? Why don't I see myself? I'm about to retire from this business in a hurry. Let's see what happens when I do this. Still not there. Oh, my goodness gracious. Huh? You got a sound, but now we don't have a picture. Before we had a picture, we didn't have sound. Maybe I'll just do a damn podcast for the second time today. Well, I'll talk to you while I try to determine what's going on. I just said to the wife, who's being very patient with me, that, like, what are you doing? I should have recorded this and put it up and pretended it was live, but I was determined to give myself the challenge of a lifetime, and this has been the challenge of a lifetime when, you know, it is what it is. But anyway, as I try to fix this, I had a wonderful weekend trying to learn how to use OBS, among all the other BS that I'm dealing with at the same time. And I'm going to get rid of the camera and bring the camera back in. I'm learning, you see, more than you really need to know. Video capture device. There we go. And then we go over here and hit this button. And you know, the people that are watching are longtime friends of mine, and they're probably enjoying the pain of everything that's going on. And now, eventually, I think you're going to see me. I believe there's a camera there, but my head is in the clouds. There's a delay. Yeah. Okay. Good. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Monday morning. It is a Monday morning, and this is the Tom Drake Daily Cruise and Travel News Podcast. It is live with a lot of errors and miscues. And the thing about this is, it'll get fixed in the next year and a half, maybe 2 years. It still looks like it's subsidized by the federal government, and so off the wall. Quick announcement. Well, you don't know because you can't see it anyway. There are people that don't have Facebook. They don't have YouTube. And I did try to have this go up on my own personal website. And they wanted $200 a month to be able to stream it for the 6 people that don't have social media. So what I will do when I'm finished with this, it'll be posted probably by 11 a.m. It'll be up on the website, thedrakepodcast.com, thedrakepodcast.com. And you can watch it there, and I'll edit it so you don't actually, well, anyway, the people I'm talking to now can't see me anyway. They have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. Why am I doing this? I mentioned it last week when I suspended myself, suspended animation. Eyeballs. It's more eyeballs on Best at Sea Tours. It's all about promoting our travel company, which is doing extremely well. You know, considering that it's less than a year old. We have a bunch of clients, a lot of happy people, a lot of people that cruise with us whenever we put something out there. So this is about eyeballs. It's not about monetization. It's not about trying to get enough sponsors so it's worthwhile. It's all about pushing the product that we have. And I don't belong in front of a camera. I mean, I'm an older guy and I don't get out in the sun. And I do have one person that does encourage me, though, whenever I see this guy who's not there. Why is he not there? He's supposed to be right there. I know why. I changed the camera. Let me show when I drop that. There he is. There he is. Steve Buscemi. You don't need to know this, but I changed the camera link so that it would work. And when that happened, a lot of things will disappear. But that's okay. Steve Buscemi is my idol because he's been nominated for every award. And look at him. And he doesn't have very good teeth either. Yeah, I saw a Photoshop picture of him now where they fixed his teeth. He has teeth. I don't have very good teeth. I never paid attention to my teeth. I never thought I'd be in front of a camera. I never worried about it. It's sometimes so bad my dentist asked me, do I have a British passport? But I don't have any sound effects either. Which, by the way, I don't think we're going to put sound effects in. Today's podcast, or whatever you want to call this, is completely different than this morning in terms of the stories. It's all different. And a more visual today, and that's the purpose. This whole thing started during the pandemic because there is a company out of Jacksonville that does a 5-minute video every day about the cruise and travel news. It's very boring, but it gives you the news, but it's boring. And I said, I'll never do that. I don't want to do boring. So we went in another direction, as the cruise lines like to say. And then I did the podcast, and that's upbeat sound effects, morning zoo radio, craziness, silliness. And this is going to be a hybrid of a little of that and a little bit of something else. Let's get rid of Buscemi. Eventually, I will have a hot buttons. Where am I? Hot buttons. Yeah, baby. At my age, to have hot buttons is not bad. Do you mind if I have a cup of coffee right in front of you? This happens to be a tradition, Stephen Ellie, because they'll watch it tonight and go, oh, that poor man. This is coffee with Zambuca, even though it's 10:17 of the morning. That's what we had with a lot of ums lately. That's what we had back in the day when we did the big broadcast from 10 to noon. So just a quiet sip. Thank you. Thank you very much. I should have a cup that says Best at Sea Tours on it. Really? I'm just pimping. I'm pimping a travel company. It's our baby now. And my wife is totally involved in it. And thank you. Move on. Hold on. Very good. And this is a tradition. The mini muffins. Beautiful. Today we have fresh strawberries. Fresh strawberry mini muffins. My wife is going on the road Wednesday up to see our great nephews. So she made enough to last a week because I'll be a bachelor. And I'll do that show starting on Wednesday in my underwear. I didn't do the duck sound today. Here it is. Thank you. Yesterday, and I'm going to have to kill this and kill that. Let me see if you see him. No, we still in the same. How embarrassing. All this stuff's already. Now we have the opening. I was watching the golf tournament yesterday and the baseball game, and the Yankees came back and trounced the Baltimore Orioles. But I had both going. And who's at the golf tournament? Now, I know he owns the golf course and the hotel there, the Doral, but I didn't anticipate seeing the President of the United States there simply because of the risk involved and the work for the Secret Service, to get him there and bring him back. But then again, he plays golf every weekend at the same golf course. So I guess these guys know what they're doing. But there's Trump, and he's a golf nut. He was going to be there. So there he is at 18 and behind bulletproof glass. But I'm thinking about about the people that travel with him. You get some whack job that's not very good on the range. Here we go again. I did hear that when he arrived there or in the morning, all the patrons were told, because the president is going to be there, you're not allowed to yell out, "Nice shot." Sorry, I can't laugh with these. I have to make a confession. My buddy Pete was here with Nancy on Saturday, and the girls went to bed, and we're looking for something to watch. I watched, and stop, don't close your ears. I put on this Jimmy Falela on Fox at 10 o'clock on Saturday night. Jimmy Falela, I think is how you say his name. A cab driver / comedian who's zoomed to the top, does a 1 hour show. And during the show, he's very funny and very topical, just like that. I mean, those kind of jokes, you can't yell "nice shot." Very topical. And I was sitting there thinking, he does that show on Saturday and he writes all of his own jokes, very long monologue. And I'm thinking, I need to start writing some jokes. So that was the first joke I actually wrote today, whether you like it or not. But anyway, it was a bad, I have some notes here. Not a bad, good weekend, I should say. Not a good weekend for aviation. Not if you work for Spirit Airlines. I mentioned it in the morning show, so I'm not going to go over it again. They went under. You know why they went under. It had nothing to do with fuel. Fuel just tipped them over the edge. The bondholders has had enough. The management couldn't get it done. They had numerous miscues and kerfuffles early on, and they couldn't catch up from those. So they went under, and there are 17,000 people at least out of work. Pilots, ground crew, all of them. They'll all get hired somewhere because the aviation industry is exploding. So not a good weekend if you're a Spirit. Not a good weekend if you were flying in from Asia. I think it was on that United flight. If you didn't see it, United was landing in Newark, and they go along the turnpike on the way in very, very low. This pilot was too low. In honor of the Kentucky Derby, he had a trifecta. He actually took out a tractor trailer, a Jeep, and a light pole all at the same time and still landed it. It was like bada bing, bada boom, boom. It was a bada bing, bada boom landing at Newark Airport. And thank goodness he didn't take off whatever. Obviously, the tires took out the stuff, but it didn't take off the landing gear. So he was able to land it. But, I mean, what is going on? And also, I just saw while I was waiting comfortably, thinking, I'm not making this up. I thought I'm all set. I'm sitting here. I'm looking around. I got my coffee and Zambuca, and I go, what's missing? The microphone. It was in the other studio. It was in the back room by the wall. So I'm like, it's now 10 minutes of, and I don't have a microphone. What a putz. What a putz. And I don't have buttons to go, you're insufferable, or you're a moron, or you're an idiot. I have to provide my own sound effects. It's a low budget show. Anyway, there's another flight, might have been United, was taxiing and had to slam on the brakes because a catering truck went right in front of it. And I mean, literally slammed on the brakes. So everybody's like slamming into the seats in front of them. And I covered this morning. I'll cover it again. I'm a scaredy cat. So I don't do trams anymore. I do tram in Santorini. I have no choice. I'm too old to climb the steps now, and I'm not riding a donkey. I'm the jackass in the family. But again, the tram in Juneau, the Gold Belt tram or whatever it is, it's coming down the mountain with 5 employees, and it was coming down the mountain, smashed right into where it's supposed to stop, like slowly. Bada bing, bada boom. It was a bada bing, bada boom weekend. They got pushed around there in Juneau too. So let me see if I make this work. Let's see if this works. I'll be disappointed if it doesn't.
Good morning, everyone. Here is a warm and fuzzy on this Monday. Margaritaville at Sea has announced several initiatives to celebrate the hero community during Heroes Month in May. Active and former duty military, first responders, nurses, and educators will be celebrated throughout the month with experiences on board and beyond the ship. According to a statement, the initiative builds on its Heroes Sail Free program launched in 2022 in partnership with GovEx. Heroes Month is about more than recognizing the heroes who sail with us every day. It's about creating real moments of connection, gratitude, and well-earned escape on board our ships, said Christopher Ivey, CEO of Margaritaville at Sea. Our continued commitment to honoring those who serve our communities at home and abroad will only expand with the launch of Beachcomber and our first venue dedicated to heroes. First, the cruise line is introducing a dedicated Heroes Hall space aboard the Beachcomber, its newest ship. Designed as an immersive walk-through experience, the Heroes Hall will feature visual elements and memorabilia that bring heroes' stories to life. The Beachcomber is set to sail its maiden season as the largest ship in the company's fleet following its debut in January 2027. Also launching in May is the Heroes at Sea giveaway, giving eligible guests the chance to win a 7-night Caribbean cruise for 2 sailing from Port Tampa Bay. Guests can enter while on board any sailing throughout May or be nominated by friends and family online. The cruise line will also continue being the official partner of Hire Heroes USA for the 2nd consecutive year, supporting veteran-focused initiatives. The company said it would work alongside GovEx to extend the program's reach and impact.
All right, so ideally, how are you? Good to see you. Welcome. Welcome to this live broadcast. Ideally, I didn't have to switch. If I didn't have to switch out the cameras that was supposed to lay over it, and automatically I would come back on. We have a new team for this Monday through Friday live show. We have Eloise. And here's the thing. I'm looking at it now. One of the reasons I'm doing this live is that you can comment on Facebook, and I will see those on Facebook. Now, this week I'm working alone. Starting next week, the president of Best at Sea Tours will be with me off camera in front of a computer, and she'll let me know if you have a comment. Like, one of the reasons I did it is because by now I thought I'd hear, there's no sound, there's no picture. I don't think anybody's really, other than Holly. Holly liked it, but I doubt Holly's watching it. She just liked it and kept moving because they know it's a train wreck. But it'll get better. It's a work in progress. It's an out-of-town situation. It's going to get better. You'll be able to comment, and eventually you'll be able to call me. That's not today, not tomorrow. That's a little ways from now, but this will eventually maybe go to 1 hour because it's going to be the news like that. My jokes in the beginning, your calls, your Facebook comments. It's a way for us to all interact instead of me getting these messages later. Hey, Guru, what the hell was that? You can just say, hey, Guru, what the hell is that right away? And it's going to get better. It's only the 3rd day that we've done this, so I really would have thought, nah, it doesn't matter. I'm beating a dead horse. Let's see who else we have here that we can take a look at. There'll be a little gap here. You'll see darkness, but don't go anywhere.
Royal Caribbean has started welcoming cruise guests to its private Santorini Beach Club. Royal Beach Club Santorini opened this week, offering the cruise line's passengers a full-day shore excursion on the popular Greek island. The trip, available on Greek Island and Med cruises with Royal Caribbean that dock in Santorini, aims to help people beat the crowds by splitting groups across different parts of the island. Cruise ships including the new Legend of the Seas, plus Rhapsody of the Seas and Brilliance of the Seas, are due to visit in the coming months. Prices for the ultimate Santorini Day excursion start at $249 per adult and $199 per child, depending on the sailing, and include visits to the cliffside paths of OIA for pictures by the iconic blue domes as well as a stop in the capital Phyra. The Royal Beach Club Santorini is situated on a volcanic black sand beach with views of the Aegean Sea. Guests can relax on loungers and enjoy unlimited Greek cuisine, including an all-you-can-eat buffet, grab-and-go quick bites, and Greek frozen yogurt. There is also a complimentary welcome drink, house wine, draft beer, and a live DJ playing music all day. This is Royal Caribbean's first private beach club experience in Europe and follows the launch of the Royal Beach Club Paradise Island in the Bahamas in January. Guests can purchase a day pass for the experience from $169.99 during Caribbean sailings that stop in Nassau. The Royal Beach Club Paradise Island has 3 different areas. There is Family Beach with pools and beach games, and Chill Beach, which has the deep end cocktail bar. Those seeking a more upbeat experience can visit Party Cove.
All right, so first of all, I did not choose the name Hunter. That is chosen, that avatar, the name is chosen by the company called Revoice or Revoicer. I didn't choose the name Hunter. I kind of like the voice. These are all tryouts. These are out-of-town tryouts for these voices, but we're going to use different voices. We're simulating a poor man's news report. That's what it is. Little by little, it'll be better than poor man. It'll be like food stamps, and then we'll work our way up to maybe, just social welfare, but we'll get better at it. And it's a way for you to be caught up on the news of the day and still have a comment. Now, I could show you the picture, and I think it's only in my mind, because I've been all over the Greek Isles and I've been all over the world, that I find it offensive when I know what Santorini is like, and I know what they just did to Santorini. There are other islands they could probably jam that into. Now, I know why they did it, or why they claim they did it. They did it because it's so crowded to go to the top of Santorini. This is a way to deflect the crowds to this beach operation, and then I think they're going to bring them, I hate to say it, it's a Greek island, through the back door. Sorry. Because there's a way to get up there without that way, but it's on the other side of the island and come in so they can see the blue tops and do but it's $249, whatever it is. And this is no secret to anybody that listens to me all the time. My belief is that the goal of the cruise industry in the Mega Mother Sea Godzillas and Grain with Life Jackets is to make as much money off the ship as they make money on the ship. Build these destinations and get $249 a person, but it is a tour. But they're going to get a few buses, whatever they're going to need, and they're going to hire a couple of buses, and they're going to make money. Now for $249, you get all the falafel. Souvlaki, moussaka. You get all the Greek food that you want there for $249 and $179. But when I don't sell Royal Caribbean or any of the large cruise lines. We're dealing with that right now, as a matter of fact. I don't know, to say, well, the cruise is going to be this. If you want to do anything else, now you don't have to get off the ship in Santorini, and you can get off the ship in Santorini and take the tram and do what you want. But I guess I just don't like the way it looks. That's my opinion. It's Santorini, but it's not where you see it anyway. It's around the island, so it's some part of the island I've never been to. But just jam a bunch of cabanas and put it all in there for the sake of money. It's all about money. All right, we have one more story and another new voice named Brooks. And let me see here. Hit a button. Eventually, I won't be hitting buttons like this. It'll be
Tom. Irony is in play with this story. Airline ticket prices had a slight drop last year, but have started to rise again this year. Cost isn't all that matters when picking what company to fly with, though. Comfort and safety also matter, especially with recent incidents in the news about plane malfunctions. For those traveling with a pet, how well the airline treats their companion is key too. Finding the most affordable airfare is now quite easy for anyone with an internet connection, so this report examines other overlooked aspects of air travel to help consumers make more informed decisions. WalletHub compared the 9 largest U.S. airlines plus 2 regional carriers across 16 important metrics. They range from cancellation and delay rates to baggage mishaps and in-flight comfort. We also considered costs in relation to in-flight amenities for the sake of fairness. For example, it wouldn't be right to penalize an airline that charges for drinks if its tickets are far cheaper than those from an airline with free in-flight refreshments.
How crazy is that? Now, in a real world, if I didn't have those camera issues, and by the way, I blame all of this morning's mishaps on the Apple people. What happened is these new Mac Pros. I know a lot of people swear by them. I swear at them. Oh my goodness. They use these mini USB-Cs, whatever the hell it is, and they're only 2 for that's it. You know, in the old days, your laptop had 4 or 5 places to put things. So because of that, I have to have all of this crap. You have to go out and spend $30 for something like this here, all right, which takes that little one and makes it into these. And this is a new one, but the problem is one of these 2 little sockets is the one you should use if you want audio. The other one was Ugats, and I had it in the wrong socket, boys and girls, and that was not. So it's not technically, my fault. And so for that reason, I cannot see that chart that you saw earlier. But the irony, as my friend Brooks said, that's some voice, huh? As my friend Brooks says, the irony is, when it was all said and done, this website was called Wallet. When it was all said and done, who came out as the best airline when it comes to handling your dog and all the other good stuff that means more than the price? But as you know, I'm not telling you anything you don't know. Price is king, queen, transistor, whatever the hell it is. We look at the price first, and then we worry about the rest of it later. And in this case, Spirit won. But unfortunately, they didn't win, because they're out of business. And this is a very short, my nerves are shot. This is a very short daily cruise and travel news live today because of things that happened. I can't properly use my tools in front of you. Thank you. So I'm going to close it out here. I apologize for the delay. I'm sure your schedule is such that, you know, they probably messed something up. You were supposed to cut the grass or get a haircut or have a bow. Anyway, I will talk to everybody tomorrow. Let me see if I can play myself out. I can, but I can't hear it. What a mess. Hold on, I can hear it now. I echo a little bit. All right, listen. Thanks for the patience. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the likes. Now, this was supposed to be about promoting Dustin's Door. We didn't get to that part. We were too busy scrambling. Tomorrow, we'll unscramble. We'll promote. We'll hold hands. We'll sing Kumbaya. I'll have jokes. I will have jokes tomorrow. That wasn't a bad joke. You can't say nice shot. That was okay. But I need about 10 of those. I know. It's a lot of work for an old guy, but I'll do the best I can. All right, I'll talk to everybody tomorrow. All right, I'll see you in the morning. No, I won't see you in the morning. I'll talk to you in the morning. I have it up at 8 a.m. And then later on, I'll look at you. Or you'll look at me going,